We can see the speaker's procession along the red carpet aisle, leading straight into the chamber. That is the Deputy Speaker of the Senate, Honorable Kathuri Murungi, making his way into the chamber to preside over this afternoon sitting. The mess is ahead of him. That is a symbol of authority of the House. And you will now allow me to hand you over to this live broadcast brought to you by PBU in partnership with KBC. Good afternoon.
Tuombe. Ewe Mwenyezi Mungu, twakusihi tutazame kwa neema nyingi na baraka hizo watumishi wako ambao umeridhika kutuita kwa nyadhifa za uongozi katika jamhuri yetu. Twakuomba tujalie tuyatende na kufikiria mambo yote yatakayofikishwa mbele yetu kwa njia ya haki na uaminifu, ili kustawisha amani, ufanisi na heri ya nchi yetu na wale ambao haja zao umezikabidhi mikononi mwetu. Amina. Clerk, do you have quorum? Sergeant at Arms, ring the quorum bell for 10 minutes.
So the prayer has been said and the chair taken. However, there is a quorum hitch at the commencement of the sitting of the Senate, and the Speaker has directed that the quorum bell be rung. Of course, this is to alert the members of the Senate who perhaps are still within the precincts of Parliament, but yet to make their way into the House to at least hasten their steps and join their colleagues inside the chamber to be able to enable the House attain that much needed quorum and for the House to be able to commence this particular sitting. So as we wait for the House to correct, we shall continue to take a look at the business that has been lined up in the order paper this afternoon. Early on, I had indicated to you that the Forest Conservation and Management Amendment Bill is coming up for second reading, a bill that was already considered and passed at the National Assembly and now comes for concurrence at the Senate. This is a bill that the legislators at the National Assembly had underscored that the amendments are designed to respond to the emerging realities in forestry, including climate change, biodiversity loss, and the need for accountable governance structure. So it is a bill that the members of the Senate, as lined up for consideration this afternoon in the order paper, shall be taking course. Pursuant to provisions of House Standing Order number 52, paragraph 1, the Honorable Senator for Narok County, Senator Ledama Olekina, will make a statement. This regards the current fiscal approach adopted by the National Treasury regarding the funding of Parliament and its critical functions. Under the same standing order, the nominated Senator, Honorable Tabitha Mutinda, will make a statement. This regards the shortage of family planning commodities, and this is across the country, and the urgent need So the nominated Senator Honorable Tabitha Mutinda will make a statement this afternoon regarding the shortage of family planning commodities across the country and the urgent need to ring-fence family planning funds. If you're just joining us, that the House is about to commence, we can see the leader of the majority party trying to find out the number of members inside the chamber. Remember, the prayer has already been said and the chair taken, but the quorum for the House to be able to commence has not been attained yet. The quorum bell is on, and of course more members are set to make their way into the House. Once that quorum is raised, that the business will commence. And pursuant to provisions of Standing Order 53, paragraph 1, the Senator for Kakamega County, Honorable Dr. Bonnie Halwale, will seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget regarding the status of the construction of Buhungu Stadium and the Kakamega Teaching and Referral Hospital in Kakamega County. Also under the same standing order, nominated Senator Honorable Hamida Kibwana let's listen into the speaker.
The first on the clock.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next one.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Under Senator Abbas, I have a communication to make on a visit to Parliament by the French members of Parliament. Honorable Senators, I would like to acknowledge the presence in the Speaker's Gallery this afternoon, a visiting delegation of French members of Parliament attending the Africa Forward Summit being held in Nairobi from 11th to 12th May 2026. The summit is focusing on key economic priorities for Africa and plans, including global financial reform, energy transition, sustainable development, artificial intelligence, health, and peace and security. The event is also showcasing Africa's innovation potential and the shared commitment to advancing mutually beneficial solutions through effective multilateral cooperation. The delegation is in Parliament to engage with their counterparts on these matters. I request each member of the delegation to stand when called out so that you may be acknowledged in the Senate tradition. I'll call these names, but bear with me, I'll not pronounce them in French, but in English. One is Mrs. Royce Morel, member of the National Assembly and president of the France-Kenya Friendship Group. Number 2, Mrs. Deinaba Diop, member of the National Assembly. Mrs. Sabrina Sebai, member of the National Assembly. Mr. Vincent Ledox, member of the National Assembly. Mrs. Esther Yusufa, member of the National Assembly. Mrs. Elizabeth Moreno, former minister. Mr. Stefan Bochu, member of the National Assembly. Mr. Bernard Sol, member of the National Assembly. Mrs. Maria Agnes Poja Winsbach, member of the National Assembly. Mrs. Dominique Vonet, member of the National Assembly. Mr. Charles Rodwell, member of the National Assembly. Mr. John Lowell, Senator. Mr. Henry Shabler, political advisor, French Embassy, Nairobi. Mr. Mathias Cuccinello, political advisor, French Embassy, Nairobi. Mr. Francois Joly, Administrator, National Assembly. Mr. Gotthard Gentilival, Administrator, Global Health Advocates. Mrs. Lola Loche, Parliamentary Assistant. Ms. John D. Villeneuve, Political Attaché, French Embassy, Nairobi. And last but not the least, Mrs. Huguette Tiena, former member of the National Assembly. On behalf of the Senate and on my own behalf, I extend a warm welcome to the delegation and wish you a fruitful visit. Thank you. Senate Majority Leader, can you, in 2 minutes, welcome this group from French National Assembly? Honored Senators, as you come in, please remain silent as you have met us here.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I join you on behalf of the House to welcome this delegation of members of Parliament from the French National Assembly and the Senate who are visiting with us this afternoon. Like you have observed, Mr. Speaker, had rightly suspected that they are part of the French-Africa Summit that's being hosted by the President alongside the President of France, who's...
Honored Senators, kindly, we have dignitaries from our colleague parliament in France. So, Senator Boni, Senator Chalgay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'd rather begin because I suspect that probably the guest did not get a chance to listen to what I was saying. Mr. Speaker, I say on your behalf and that of my colleagues, I do join you in welcoming this distinguished delegation from the French National Assembly and the Senate, who are part of the ongoing France-Africa Summit, Mr. Speaker, a celebration of two cultures, Mr. Speaker, that is being spearheaded by our President, and also the French President is here and seem to be having a good time in Nairobi. Mr. Speaker, I have watched his interactions with young people and the not so young, Mr. Speaker, and it's been quite a good time. Mr. Speaker, I hope that in the course of interaction this afternoon, they will witness Parliament in its rawest form, raw and uncut. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree, but that's nothing unusual because I've also had the opportunity, Mr. Speaker, to watch their Parliament, and they sometimes have a go at each other just like we do here. So nothing really unusual, Mr. Speaker. I appreciate, Mr. Speaker, that they chose to visit the Senate, actually, and will have a chance to interact with members in the course and the duration of the time as they visit this afternoon. So, Mr. Speaker, I appreciate, I wish them well. I do hope that they will enjoy everything of that Kenya has to offer. That's during the daytime. But to tell them that there's even better at night, Mr. Speaker, that they should not restrict themselves to the official staying places of the restaurants where they've been. They should venture out at night and see Nairobi late at night. It's extremely beautiful. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Senators, I have another communication. This is a visiting delegation of teachers and students from Visaosho Junior School in Nairobi City County. Honorable Senators, I would like to acknowledge the presence in the public gallery this afternoon, a visiting delegation of 5 teachers and 71 students from Visaosho Junior School in Nairobi City County. The delegation is visiting the Senate for an academic exposition. On behalf of the Senate and on my own behalf, I extend a warm welcome to the delegation and wish them a fruitful visit. Thank you. Senator Mutinda, you approached me that this group is a courtesy of you. Proceed under 2 minutes, and then I'll give Senator Sifuna 1 minute because, no, 2 minutes also because he is the senator representing Nairobi County. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to take this opportunity to welcome the great students of Visaosho Primary School in Parklands, Westlands constituency. I want them to feel at home This is your space, space of leadership, a space that Parliament opens doors for young learners like you to come in and to learn how we conduct business in this house, to learn how we do things, and also to feel that one day you can be able to belong in this particular space. It's for everyone. Here, as your representatives, we do legislation. This is where we make the laws. Representation, where we represent you, and we also do oversight. We have the speaker, who's the head of the house, as you have a head teacher in your institution. I would want to ask you to follow the rules that are in your school, to enjoy your studies. You have a bright future. You all look good. You're beautiful. And also, Mr. Speaker, allow me to really thank Mr. Oswald, head teacher, Mr. David, for allowing to take Jackson Tito, the young boy from Dandora, whose life has been out there in the public, and to thank Kenyans for finding it fit to support this young man and the school according him the academic opportunity to study in Visa Oshol from Dandora, where she had to sleep hungry with her siblings, where Tito had to leave everything and take care of his 4 siblings. But today, Tito is seated here in this gallery with his beautiful classmates that they study together, and they have an opportunity to be here. I want to congratulate the school. I want to wish each and every student a great opportunity as you continue pursuing your career, as you continue pursuing your academic excellence. And to let every parent know that this space is a safe space for each and every young learner. No parent should feel uncomfortable when their students visit this house. It is a house that is open. This Senate is a house of integrity, is a house of dignity. It is a house that sets the highest standards of ensuring that we welcome our young learners and accord them the respect that they fully deserve, Mr. Speaker. With those many and few, I appreciate, as you are called to give our leader of delegation, Senator Sifuna, to extend his fatherly words to all the children, and to be more specific, Jackson Tito. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mutinda, you know I might decline giving Senator Sifuna because you are intervening in my space. It is not your mandate to do that. Senator Sifuna, kindly utilize the 2 minutes.
I hope the French delegation and the children from Visa Oshwal notice that immediately my name is mentioned in this house, there is unnecessary ruckus. Everybody knows that I am a father, Honorable Speaker. My daughter is 9 years old. So when a member of my delegation says, I extend fatherly words to the students of Visa Oshwal, I don't know why people get excited. You think you are the only fathers in this floor? Buana. Where we come from also, Mr. Speaker, we are capable of being fathers, and I want to confirm here. So, Speaker, without these distractions, just for the benefit of the French delegation, before I go to the students, you have a very wonderful team at the French embassy in Nairobi. I hope Arnaud is still there, but there's a very, very good representative of French people. We have had a lot of support from that embassy for many programs that are run in Nairobi, in some of our poorer communities like in Kibra. They have supported art, they have supported music. They run a fantastic school here. Yes, it's called Alliance, in the middle of Nairobi here. Unfortunately, I've never had the opportunity to learn much of the French language, but you're welcome. And we thank you on behalf of the people of Nairobi. We thank the people of France for their friendship and for the support that has been extended through that embassy in Nairobi. Now, Honorable Speaker, those who remember, there was an issue about the land that, Visa Oshwal stands on. And we were all very scared, Honorable Speaker, because we were staring at the possibility of all these learners not having a place to go to school to. And I am happy that we continue as a leadership here in Nairobi to push for Visa Ojual Primary School to always remain what it has been. And I, as your representative, I hope every day that you are proud of the work that we do here on the floor of the Senate to give you an environment in which you can learn. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you. No, don't bother with these ones. I'm used to it. They can continue. But we remain focused. As the people of Nairobi, we are very focused. We are used to hecklers. We are used to people who call us names. But I want to encourage the students who are here this afternoon that your senator is very focused. And we are trying to build a nation that works for all of us and all of our generations. When I look at you, I see the face of my own daughter. And it is our responsibility for us as leaders to build a better country for you and for future generations. I thank you, Honorable Speaker. I hope to speak to you outside there, take a few photos with you, and of course, as a city senator, do a few things here and there that are pertaining to your welfare. I know you have not had lunch, but that's my job. Thank you very much.
Next on the clerk.
Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Next on.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, questions and statements.
Senate Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I do hope you have noticed how full the House is at 2:50. It's because we mobilized as expected, Mr. Speaker, knowing full well that we have a very short time this week as our last week before we break on recess. And we agreed this afternoon at SPC that we will go straight to concluding very important business that is before the floor, a number of bills. I think there are about 11 or 12 of them, Mr. Speaker, that have stayed on our order paper for quite a while. Therefore, I want to seek your kind indulgence, Mr. Speaker, that we proceed as agreed during SPC straight to that business, because I can count that we have 24 delegations already in the House, Mr. Speaker. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, there is a matter concerning Meru County on stoppage of funds. Today is the statutory deadline. The chairperson of the committee had assured me and the SBC that at 2:30 he will be tabling that report. It is 2:54, Mr. Speaker. I don't see that report, Mr. Speaker, and these are the things that make Senate look bad. Mr. Speaker, if a report is cancelled or by operation of Senate not considering it or us having a vote on it, it's not a good place. And I have seen various members of the Finance Committee here, Senator Faki, Senator Eddy. The House begins at 2:30, Mr. Speaker. They cannot be telling us the report is coming, and it's 2:50, Mr. Speaker. Can you, Mr. Speaker, please order that the Chair of Finance goes to fetch that report and comes back with it, Mr. Speaker, as a sign of seriousness to the business. Meru is a very serious county, Mr. Speaker. How can the chairperson of finance undermine the people of Meru, Mr. Speaker? Mr. Speaker, do something.
But the majority leader is already seated. So there are two things we have requested majority leader. One is about the divisions. We move to divisions right away. Then number 2 is to have the report of the Meru matter to be brought, report to be tabled by the chair, which he promised to do. And I have no doubts that the chair is ready to do that anytime. Yes, I can read his mood and I can see he's ready to table. Yeah. So, can you agree between the majority minority side and agree whether we go to divisions now? Then the order number 7 was read out by the clerk. So we go to the statements. Leadership of the House, please don't confuse the chair. Let us make our decisions. So let us transact business, honorable senators, as you wait for more members to come in. Therefore, honorable senators, I'm reorganizing the order paper. We defer order number 7, 8, and 9. Then we go to order number 10. And on this one is actually the debate was concluded, so the mover to reply, Senator Veronica Maina. Within 1.05 minutes.
Order number 10, motion, mainstreaming gender perspectives in legislative and policy processes. Mover to reply.
Honorable Speaker, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for the opportunity you've given me to reply on this very important motion. And I want to also take this opportunity to thank all the senators who ably contributed to this motion, seeing the need for gender mainstreaming in legislative and policy matters, and the need to ensure that we have gender equality so that half the population of women and girls are not left behind in matters of development and matters of human rights and matters of being affirmed and empowered to realize their full potential, the potential for which women were created. Honorable Speaker, I want to note with a lot of appreciation and gratitude that in yesteryears, it was difficult for anybody to prove that our male colleagues were fully appreciating the need for gender equality. But listening to the quality of the debate and the submissions that were done by some of the senators who in the House, who are our male allies in matters of gender equality, I want to say it shows that this parliament is ready to even tackle bills like the 2/3 gender implementation constitutional amendment that will bring women at par with men within the Republic of Kenya. So, Honorable Speaker, because I know we have very little time, I want to say thank you to all the contributors, and I want to plead and really persuade all the senators in this House to do the best that they can for the women and girls in our homes, our mothers, our sisters, our daughters, and ensure that this motion is passed so that any program, any policy being carried out by government, any legislative work being done in Parliament takes into consideration that we have two genders in Kenya, that we have male and we have the female, and both are equally important. This motion was not about competition, Honorable Speaker. It was about appreciating that the contribution done by the great women within the Republic of Kenya, even at governance and leadership level, cannot be ignored and cannot be swept under the carpet. And the great contribution of Honorable Speaker, which is done in our homes, even within the domestic settings, by your wives, Honorable Speaker, and I know you do love your wife, by your daughters, all those contributions cannot be taken for granted, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, I am very happy to reply and seek that all the senators, both male and female, do support this motion, and at a later date, do support the constitutional amendment on the implementation of 2/3 gender principle, so that we do not give Kenyans any more stories about gender equality, but we lead by example and we lead by supporting. And Honorable Speaker, because the motion on gender implementation failed another 12 times within the Parliament of Kenya, I am sure this Parliament now and this Senate, Honorable Speaker, is going to speak loudly and ensure that that shame is now removed from our records and from our history, and that the women in Kenya will get their gender justice by passing and implementing the bill. Majority Leader, don't be too much in a hurry because of gender equality. It is so important that if you ask the people in your house, they'll be very happy to support. And with those many remarks, I beg to reply. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Clerk, confirm that we have quorum. So, Honorable Senators, under Senator Veronica. And I want to ascertain that this matter does not concern counties. And therefore, Honorable Senators, I put the question that aware that Article 27 of the Constitution of Kenya guarantees the right to equality and freedom from discrimination, with Article 27(3) providing that women and men have the right to equal treatment including the right to equal opportunities in political, economic, cultural, and social spheres. Further, aware that Article 27.8 obligates the Senate or the state, to take legislative and other measures to redress any disadvantage suffered by individuals or groups as a result of past discrimination, and to ensure that not more than 2/3 of members of elective or appointive bodies shall be of the same gender. Cognizant that mainstreaming gender perspectives in all aspects of governance is essential to achieving inclusive development and safeguarding the rights and welfare of all citizens, particularly women, girls, and other marginalized groups. Concerned that the integration of gender considerations remain inconsistent across the two levels of government, and that legislative processes have often resorted to policies that do not adequately address gender-specific needs and realities. Now, therefore, the Senate, 1, urges Parliament, county assemblies, and all their respective legislative committees to incorporate a gender analysis in the scrutiny of legislation, policies, programs, and budgets before them, including through the use of gender impact assessments and consultation with gender-focused stakeholders to ensure gender-responsive governance. 2, recommends that the National Gender Equality Commission and the State Department for Gender develop clear guidelines and tools to support the integration of gender perspectives in legislative policy and budgetary analysis, and ensures these are disseminated and adopted by relevant government and legislative bodies. Further, 3, further urges the National Gender and Equality Commission and the State Department for Gender to collaborate with the Kenya Law Reform Commission, the County Assembly service boards, to build capacity for gender analysis among technical and legislative staff. 4, urges the State Department for Gender to submit to Parliament a comprehensive biannual report detailing actions taken by ministries, departments, and agencies to promote gender mainstreaming, key achievements, emerging challenges, and proposed interventions. And 5, resolves that the Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare continuously monitor the implementation of these resolutions and tables biannual report on the status of implementation. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next on the clerk.
Order number 11, the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025. Second reading. Mover to reply.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I thank the members for speaking to this bill. I beg to reply.
So this one means division. We must go to division. It's not a voice vote. Therefore, majority, minority signs prepare for divisions, and we are going for several divisions. So we must be patient. Ring the column bell for 5 minutes.
Preparing to go into division. The Speaker has directed that the division bell be rung for 5 minutes. This is for the House to be able to properly correct. Remember, these are divisions for bills that are at their second reading stage, for them to be read a second time and move on to the next stage. The quorum that will be needed for these bills to pass will be 24. And of course, that will require a support of 24 members, that is the delegates from the counties or representing each county. And these bills include the Division of Revenue Bill, a bill originating from the National Assembly, Bill number 2 of 2026. This is a bill that allocates money to the county governments as well as the national government. In this particular bill, the National Assembly had proposed that the county governments be given a total of 420 billion Kenya shillings for the next financial year, that is the 2026-2027. However, during the debate at the Senate, the senators proposed that the money be increased to 450 billion Kenya shillings. So this bill is going into division for the members of the Senate to be able to allow this particular bill to go into the next stage. And of course, following that disagreement in the proposals for the allocations to the county government, then this bill will be perhaps headed for the mediation committee. The culture bill is also one of the bills that is lined up for consideration at the committee, at the division stage, also for it to be read for the second time. The Health Amendment Bill, also a bill originating from the Senate and sponsored by the Honorable Member for Nyamira County, Honorable Mogeni Eric Okongo, is a bill also that is one of the bills that are to be considered at the division stage. It is a bill that seeks to amend the Health Act to prohibit the detention of patients and corpses of patients by health facilities. This is a bill whose debate members of the Senate had indicated that it is long overdue and that health facilities should not be detaining patients as well as corpses for lack of payment. And this is a bill that the members shall also be able to consider at the division stage. Once the quorum is attained, or once that bell stops, then the House or the doors shall be closed and the bars drawn, and the members shall get into the consideration of these bills at the division stage. The bell has stopped, so in a short while, the Speaker should be calling the House to order for the division to start. However, the culture bill is one that seeks to give effect to Article 11 of the Constitution that seeks to promote all forms of national and cultural expressions through literature, the arts, traditional celebrations, science, communication, information, mass media, publications, libraries, and other cultural heritage. Also to ensure that communities receive compensation or royalties for the use of their cultures and cultural heritage. Now allow me to hand you over to the division for these bills.
Sorry, Sergeant at Arms. Sorry. Okay, Sergeant at Arms, laying the call and bail for 5 more minutes.
So the members of the Senate are just waiting to get into the division stage as had been directed earlier or had been communicated earlier. Remember, this week the members of the Senate shall be proceeding on a short recess, and there are bills that have been at the division stage. Debate on them, which means during the second reading, was concluded and dispensed with. However, that stage where there is division for the bill to be read a second time and for the members to be able to concur with it is the point that this afternoon the members are set to be getting into. They're about 11, they're about 7 bills. There are about 7 bills. One is the Division of Revenue Bill. The second one is the Culture Bill, originating from the National Assembly. The third bill is the Public Audit Amendment Bill, also originating from the National Assembly. The Health Amendment Bill, originating from the Senate. The Agriculture Produce Minimum Guaranteed Returns Bill, originating from the Senate by the nominated Senator Veronica Minor. The National Construction Authority Amendment Bill, originating from the Senate by Honorable Senator Eddie Okech. And also the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Control Amendment Bill, also originating from the Senate by the Honorable Senator Catherine Murungi, who is the Deputy Speaker of the Senate. So these are bills that are at their division stage. The members are about to get into that particular process to be able to vote, take a vote on these bills, whether they are to be read the second time. We shall be able to project to you how the responses of the senators will be. Remember, the numbers for the bill to pass through the second reading during the division stage is 24. That is the delegation representing each county out of the 47 counties. The Culture Bill, which is one of the bills that is also coming up for consideration at the division stage, as I had indicated earlier, is that the Constitution mandates Parliament to enact legislation to ensure that communities receive compensation or royalties for the use of their cultures and cultural heritage. So the purpose of this particular bill is to ensure that that Article 11 of the Constitution is given effect, and also to be able to provide a framework to guide national cultural development. So this bill was already considered at the second reading stage, and part of the business that as they consider the bills at the division stage shall also be considered at that particular stage. The National Construction Authority Amendment Bill, a bill that is sponsored by the Senator Honorable Eddie Oketch, is a bill that seeks to amend the National Construction Authority Act, Cap 118, to include provisions relating to environmentally sustainable construction practices and resilience against climate change risks within the construction industry. Remember, climate change is one of the issues that the country has been taking or putting into consideration and taking measures to ensure that the climate change does not affect or does not impact on the livelihoods and lives of the people. So the construction sector is also one that this bill seeks to also align it with the measures that shall be taking into consideration the changes in the environment. Remember, the construction sector plays a crucial role in the development of Kenya's infrastructure and economy. However, it is also significantly, all right, the business around the division is about to commence. Allow me to hand you over.
Senator Thompson, now you can close the doors and draw the bars. Clerk, let's go to the next order. We start the divisions. Call out the order. Which one we are starting with? 11.
Order number 11, the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025, second reading, division.
Order of Senators, we are going to the division and we are starting. Actually, the order has been called out. So make your seats very fast. So Secretariat. So Senator Tams, can you collect the unattended cans? Or no, you are not using cans, but okay. I think of we went in digital. Let's proceed and vote now. And the vote is on the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025. Senators Mohamed Chute, Mazao Stewart, Mulango James, Okech Andy, Seki Olelenko. Can you approach the table and vote? Honorable Senators, I want to give results for the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025. The ayes 29, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it.
The Equalization Appropriation Bill 2025, second reading, a bill for an act of parliament to authorize the issue of a sum of money out of the Equalization Fund and its application towards the service of the year ending 30th June 2026, to appropriate that sum for certain public basic services and for connected purposes.
Next Honor.
Order number 12, the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026, second reading, division.
Let's go to the division of on the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2 of 2026. You can proceed and vote. Honorable Senators, these are the results of the Division of the Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026. Ayes 29, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it.
The Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026, second reading. A bill for an act of parliament to provide for the equitable division of revenue raised nationally between the national and county governments in the 2026-2027 financial year and for connected purposes.
Next Honor.
Order number 13, the Culture Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2024, second reading, division.
Honorable Senators, let us go to the division on the Culture Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2024. Proceed and vote. Honorable Senators, you are voting. Senator Chelage. Today you are not settling down. The last 1 hour you have just been moving across the aisles, moving. So therefore, Honorable Senators, these are the results of the Culture Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2024. Ayes 29, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it.
The Culture Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2024, second reading. A bill for an act of parliament to give effect to Article 11, 3A of the Constitution, to provide for the protection and promotion of culture and the cultural heritage of communities and for connected purposes.
Next one, the clerk.
Order number 14, the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 4 of 2024, second reading, division.
So, Honorable Senators, we are going to the division on the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 4 of 2024. Proceed and vote. Honorable Senators, the following senators should proceed to the table and vote. Senator Andy Okech, Senator Wakili Hilary Kiprotich Sigei, Senator Mohamed Chute. These are the results of the division on the Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 4 of 2024. Ayes 31, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it.
The Public Audit Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 4 of 2024, second reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Public Audit Act 2015 and for connected purposes.
Next order.
Order number 15, the Health Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 12 of 2025, second reading, division.
So, honorable senators, we are now on the division on the Health Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 12 of 2025. Proceed and vote. Senator Mwijihaji Mohamed Faki, Senator Okech Endi Gisheru. Honorable Senators, Senator Kinyua. These are the results on the division on the Health Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 12 of 2025. Ayes 31, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it.
The Health Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 12 of 2025, second reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Health Act to prohibit the detention of patients and corpses of patients by health facilities.
Next, Under Clerk.
Order number 16, the Agriculture Produce Minimum Guaranteed Returns Bill, Senate Bills number 17 of 2025, second reading, division.
So, Honorable Senators, we are going to the division on the Agriculture Produce Minimum Guaranteed Returns Bill, Senate Bills number 17 of 2025. Proceed and vote. Under Senators, Senator Andy. Senator Andy Okech. Can you go back and then walk to there and then You return to your seat. Senator Andy, Senator Endo Okech, you first close where you closed, then you clean your mess first. All the senators, how many chairs are in this house this afternoon? Senator Chelage. Okay, honorable senators, this is the results of the division of the Agriculture Produce Minimum Guaranteed Returns Bill, Senate Bills number 17 of 2025. Ayes that 1, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it.
The Agriculture Produce Minimum Guaranteed Returns Bill, Senate Bills number 17 of 2025, second reading. A bill for an act of parliament to support agriculture production by providing a framework for ensuring minimum guaranteed returns in counties and for connected purposes.
Next on the clerk.
Order number 17, the National Construction Authority Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 15 of 2025, second reading, division.
Honorable senators, now we are on the division of the National Construction Authority Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 15 of 2025. Proceed and vote. Senator Lalengwe Steve, Senator Paul Kalungo. Oh, you are already here, okay. Honorable Senators, these are the results of the division on the National Construction Authority Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 15 of 2025. Ayes 30, noes 1, abstention 0. The ayes have it.
The National Construction Authority Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 15 of 2025, second reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the National Construction Authority Act and for connected purposes.
Honorable Senators, we defer business appearing as order number 18. We go to order number 19, clerk. Are we not on the...
We are in division. Order number 19, motion, consideration of the report of the Mediation Committee on the National Disaster Risk Management Bill, National Assembly Bills number 24 of 2023, division.
Honorable Senators, this is actually the last division before we go to the Committee of the Whole, and we are going to the division on the consideration of the report of the Mediation Committee on the National Disaster Risk Management Bill, National Assembly Bills number 24 of 2023. Proceed and vote now. I can see you already there. Let me avoid calling you then. Senator Andy Okech, Senator Sifuna Edwin, Senator Dangwa Paul. Sema kiongozi. Honourable Senators, these are the results of the division on the mediation report, National Disaster Risk Management Bill 2023. Ayes 30, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it. So, Sergeant at Arms, open the doors and withdraw the bars. We now go to the next order. Honorable Senators, we are now going to the Committee of the Whole, and I would like the clerk to lead them. Then any other business is deferred until we clear those 4 committees of the whole business. Clerk.
Order number 21, Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026, Committee of the Whole. Order number 22, the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025, Committee of the Whole. Order number 30, the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bills number 72 of 2023, Committee of the Whole. Order number 31, the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 48 of 2024, Committee of the Whole.
Honorable Senators, can you be attentive on the proceedings in the House? Senator Chalagay, Senator Joe Nyutu, Senator Okech,
Honorable Senators, you may now take your seats. Order, members. Senator Veronica, Senator Manzo, Senator Kisang, take your seats. Senator, take your seats. Honorable Senators, we are now resuming on the Committee of the Whole, and we will start with the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026. Order, Honorable Senators. We may now proceed.
Clauses 3 and 4.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that Clause 3 and Clause 4 be part of the bill. I will put the question that Clause 3 and 4 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
New Clause 5.
Chairperson, Standing Committee on Finance and Budget, proceed to move. Senator Roba, you moving on the new Clause 5.
Yes.
Chair, I move that the bill be amended. That is clause 5. I move that the bill be amended by inserting the clauses as indicated in the order paper and be read a second time.
Senators, I propose the question that new clause 5 be now read a second time, and I put the question that new clause 5 be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next, clerk.
The schedule.
I propose the question that the schedule be part of the bill. Mover, that's the chairperson, Standing Committee on Finance and Budget, proceed to move.
Chair, I propose that the bill be amended as indicated in the order paper.
I now propose the question that the schedule be amended as proposed, and I put the question that the schedule be amended as proposed. Division at the end. What is the issue, Senator Samson?
We are prosecuting. Mr. Speaker, just a quick comment. While we appreciate the introduction of Schedule 4, which I have seen the increment going to counties from 415 billion last financial year, 420 billion that was proposed by National Assembly, and then now the Senate proposes additional 454 billion, which I support. My only concern, Mr. Speaker, or Mr. Chair, is on the issue of equalization fund. I don't know what, Chair, would have happened, because you remember in the equalization bill, Chair, there is 62 billion that is yet to be released to equalization fund. Yet the committee is scheduling 10.2 billion through equalization fund. So, Chair, I would need the clarity in terms of non-remitted of, I think, 62 billion, Mr. Chairperson. So that clarity will be very important, while I appreciate the increment to 454 billion to counties.
Well, Senator Chergey, that is noted, but you will note that the matter on the equalization fund is coming up in the next bill under order number 22. So that will be the point where your comment will come in. Let's proceed to the next.
Clause 2, the title, and clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Senator Ali Roper, please approach the chair here.
Chairman.
Honorable Senators, we will proceed to deal with the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bills number 72 of 2023. Once we are done, we'll come back to the Equalization Fund once we are done with this one. And so we will proceed to the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bills number 72 of 2023.
Clauses 3, 4, 5, and 6.
I propose the question, honorable members, that clause 3, clause 4, clause 5, and clause 6 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 3, clause 4, clause 5, and clause 6 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clause 7.
I propose the question that clause 7 be part of the bill, and call upon the chairperson, Standing Committee on Finance and Budget, to move.
Honorable Chair, I move that clause 7 of the bill be amended by inserting the clause as scheduled on today's order paper.
Honorable Senators, I now propose the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clause 8.
I propose the question that clause 8 be part of the bill, and I directed the chairperson, Standing Committee on Finance and Budget, to move.
Honorable Chair, I propose that clause 8 of the bill be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clauses 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13.
I propose the question that clause 9, clause 10, clause 11, clause 12, and clause 13 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clause 14.
Clause 14, Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 14 be part of the bill, and direct the mover, chairperson, Standing Committee on Finance and Budget, to proceed to move.
Honorable Chair, I propose that clause 14 of the bill be amended by deleting subclause 3.
I propose the question that clause 14 be part of the bill. I propose the question, I'll take that again. I propose the question that clause 14 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 14 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clauses 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clauses 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28 be part of the bill, and put the question that clauses 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clause 29.
I propose the question that clause 29 be part of the bill, and call upon the chairperson, Standing Committee on Finance and Budget, Senator Ali Roba, to move.
Honorable Chair, I propose that clause 29 of the bill be amended as proposed in the order paper of today.
I now propose the question that clause 29 be amended as proposed, and I put the question that clause 29 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clauses 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39.
I propose the question that clauses 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
The schedule. I
I propose the question that the schedule be part of the bill, and I put the question that the schedule be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clause 2, the title and clause 1.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 2, the title and clause 1 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 2, the title and clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. All right, honorable members, we are proceeding to the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025. Honorable members, this bill has got no amendments, and therefore we shall call through the clauses listed here. Clerk, you may call out.
Clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
I propose the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
The schedule.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the schedule be part of the bill, and I put the question that the schedule be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clause 2, the title and clause 1.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clause 2, the title and clause 1 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clause 2, the title and clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Honorable Senators, now we are dealing with the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 48 of 2024. We shall proceed. Honorable members, this bill equally has got no amendments.
Clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
I propose the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clauses 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26.
I propose the question that clauses 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26 be part of the bill, and I put the question that clauses 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clause 2, the title, and Clause 1.
Honorable members, I propose the question that Clause 2, the title, and Clause 1 be part of the bill, and I put the question that Clause 2, the title, and Clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Honorable Senators, we are now proceeding to division on all the four bills. That's the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026, the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025, the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bills number 72 of 2023, and lastly, the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 48 of 2024. I direct the Sergeant at Arms to call division bell for 5 minutes. Ring the division bell for 5 minutes. Sergeant at Arms, you continue ringing for a further 5 minutes the division bell.
Members of the Senate, continue to consider the bills. There is a quorum hitch. As the members the House has lacked quorum or faced a quorum hitch as the division of the revenue bill was under consideration at the committee of the whole. That quorum bill is currently underway, and we have seen members of the Senate make their way into the chamber to continue with this particular business that the House is seeking to dispense with before they proceed for a short recess from next week. Remember, the division of revenue basically seeks to provide for equitable division of revenue that is raised nationally between the national and the county governments. And this particular bill will be coming into effect for the 2026-2027 financial year, of course, in accordance with the articles of the Constitution, that is Article 202, Sub-Article 1, and 203, Sub-Article 2, that is of the Constitution. So this is a bill that seeks to provide for the sharing of the monies, that is sharing the equitable sharing of revenue that is raised by the national government among the national and the county levels of government in the next financial year. This is a bill that is originating from the National Assembly, and being a bill that concerns counties has to be considered at the Senate. The proposal that was coming from the National Assembly is that county governments, or rather the bill proposes an allocation of 2.4 trillion to the national government and 420 billion to the county governments for the financial year 2026-2027 as equitable share of revenue that is raised nationally. And the allocation of the 420 billion Kenya shillings, of course, translates to an increase of 5 billion Kenya shillings bearing in mind that this particular financial year, the 2025-2026, the county governments were allocated 415 billion to share amongst themselves. But these monies, the Senate has indicated that the increment is not enough, is not adequate, and therefore have been pushing for the allocation of 450 billion to be able to be taken to the county governments for them to be able to undertake the functions that have been moved to the county governments or to the devolved units. The 5 billion Kenya shillings increase is a 1.2% from a base of 415 billion that was allocated in this financial year, that is 2025-2026. This bill further proposes to allocate 10.2 billion to the equalization fund for the next financial year, 2026-2027, which is 0.5% of. All right, let's listen into the proceedings of the House as the House continues with the consideration of the Division of Revenue Bill at the Committee of the Whole.
Order, honorable members. Honorable senators, order. We now have quorum to proceed with division. Senator Manzo, take your seat. Honorable members, order, please take your seats. Senator Beatrice, Senator Siango, Senator Olekina, Senator Madzayo, Senator Abdul, take your seats. Senator Kinyo, please take your seat, as well as the Leader of Majority. Take your seats, Honorable Senator. We are going to proceed to division. We will now proceed, honorable members, to the division. We will start with the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2 of 2026. Sergeant at Arms, please lock the door and draw the bar. Once the doors are locked and the bars is drawn, honorable senators, we are set to proceed. Sergeant at Arms, I direct also that you proceed to lock the rear door. Sergeant at Arms, proceed to lock the rear door as well. Honorable members, we will now proceed to division on the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026, divisions. New clause. I now put the question that new clause 5 be now read a second time. Honorable senators, you may now start to vote. Those senators who have not voted, you may vote. We've got 6 members who are yet to vote. We've got 3 seconds to vote. We can proceed now to the next, that is clauses with amendments, and I will proceed to put the question that the schedule be amended as proposed. I put the question that the schedule be amended as proposed. Honorable Senators, you can now start voting, and let us vote as quickly as we can so that we avoid unnecessary delays and time lapse. You may now proceed to vote. Senators, those who have not voted, proceed to cast your vote. There are 2 more who are yet to vote. Whoever has not voted, please proceed to vote. Thank you, Clerk. Now you'll proceed to the third question on all clauses, and I'll proceed to put the question that clauses 3, 4, new clause 5, the schedule as amended, clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. Honorable Senators, you can start voting. Yet to vote. There's one member who is yet to vote. If you have not voted, please, that's done. Honorable members, we are done with the division of revenue bill. We will now proceed to division on the equalization fund appropriation bill, National Assembly bills number 21 of 2025, and I will proceed to division on all clauses and put the question that clauses 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the schedule, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. Honorable Senators, you may proceed to vote. Proceed to cast your vote, honorable members. One question also. There's one more member who is yet to cast his vote. One more senator is yet to cast his vote. If you have not voted, please vote before time lapses. Senator Kinyua Nderitu. Please vote. Honorable Senators, we are done with the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, Division National Assembly Bill number 21 of 2025, and we are proceeding to the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bills number 72 of 2023, divisions. I will proceed to put the question on clauses with amendments. I'll proceed to put the question that clause 7, clause 8, clause 14, and clause 29 be amended as proposed. Honorable members, you may proceed to vote on that question. There's still one member who is yet to cast his vote or her vote. Senator Jackson Mandago. Yes, Senator Mandago, that will be sorted. Your concern has been noted, and it will be sorted shortly. Senator Wakoli. Please approach the chair to be assisted to vote. We will, honorable members, proceed to the second question, that is on division on all clauses, and I will proceed to put the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 as amended, 8 as amended, clause 9, clause 10, clause 11, clause 12, clause 13, clause 14 as amended, clause 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, clause 29 as amended, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, the schedule, clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. Honorable members, you may proceed to vote. Senator David Wakoli approach the chair to be equally assisted to vote. We now proceed to the last division. This is the division on the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 48 of 2024. And the division, Honorable Senators, is on all clauses. And I will put the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, Clause 2, the title, and Clause 1 be part of the bill. Honorable members, proceed to cast your vote on that division. Honorable Senators, I will now proceed. Now, Honorable Senators, we will proceed to report on the results of the voting on divisions, and the first one is on the Division of Revenue Bill 2026. Ayes 27, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it. On the Division of Revenue. On the second vote, honorable members, on the Division of Revenue Bill, ayes 27, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it. And on the third vote, on the third question on Division of Revenue Bill, number 2026, ayes 27, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it. Honorable members, on the division of the equalization fund, there was only one vote, and these are the results. Ayes 27, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it. And thirdly, on the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, two questions. On the first question, ayes 27, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it. And on the second question, ayes 27, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it. And lastly, on the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 48 of 2024, there was one division. These are the results. Ayes 27, nays 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it. Si tuko sawa? So iko wapi yangu ya kuripoti ni ile? Yeah. Honorable Senators, we will proceed to have reporting on of the bill by the Committee of the Whole, and I will call upon the mover of the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026, to report. The Leader of Majority.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2 of 2026, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Honorable Senators, I now put the question that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. We proceed to report on the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025. The Majority Leader proceeds to move.
So far. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bill number 21 of 2025, and its approval thereof without amendments. Sorry.
I now put the question that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025, and its approval thereof without amendments. Honorable Senators, will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable Senators, we will proceed to report on the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bills number 72 of 2025. The Majority Leader, please proceed to move.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bill number 72 of 2023, and its approval thereof with amendments.
I now proceed to put the question that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Kenya National Council for Population and Development, National Assembly Bills number 72 of 2023, and its approval thereof with amendments. Honorable Senators, will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Lastly, Honorable Senators, we are reporting on the Public Fundraising Appeals Bill. I will check that again, Honorable Senators. There is an error that we're just correcting here. We'll proceed to report on the Public Procurement Bill, and I'll call upon the Leader of Majority to proceed to move on this particular.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 48 of 2024, and its approval thereof without amendments.
Honorable Senators, I put the question that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 48 of 2024, and its approval thereof without amendments. Honorable members, will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Honorable Senators, we may now rise and we will proceed to conduct and take more votes there. Shall we rise?
Honorable Senators, Mr. Speaker,
I have to log in. Oh. Chairperson, Senator Sige.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I now wish to report, and I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Mover.
Division of Revenue. Sorry. Yes, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee on the said report. I request Senator Osotsi to second.
Speaker, I second.
I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as of that opinion say aye. Aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2 of 2026, be now read a third time. Mr. Speaker, I request Senator Osotsi to second.
Mr. Speaker, I second.
I propose the question that the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bill number 2 of 2026 be now read a third time. I put the question that the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026 be now read a third time. Division at the end. Next, the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025. Chairperson.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025, and its approval thereof without amendments.
Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I request Senator Ledama to second.
Mr. Speaker, I second.
I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as of that opinion say aye. Aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bill number 21 of 2025, be now read a third time. I request Senator Ledama to second.
Mr. Speaker, I second.
I propose the question that the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025 be now read a third time. I put the question that the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bill number 21 of 2025 be now read a third time. Division at the end. Next is the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bill number 72 of 2022. Chairperson.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bills number 72 of 2023, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Mover.
I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee on the said report. I request Senator Wambua to second.
Wambua.
Honorable Speaker, I second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as of that opinion say aye. Aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Move.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bill number 72 of 2023 be now read a third time.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the Kenya National Council... Seconder. Who's your seconder?
Sorry, Senator Wambua. I request Senator Wambua to second. My apologies.
Wambua.
Honorable Speaker, I second.
I propose the question that the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bills number 72 of 2023 be now read a third time. I put the question that the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bills number 72 of 2023 be now read a third time. Division at the end. Next is the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 48 of 2024. Chairperson.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 48 of 2024, and its approval thereof without amendments.
Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I request Senator Beth Siengo to second.
Senator Siengo.
Mr. Speaker, I second.
I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as of that opinion say aye. Aye. As many as of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 48 of 2024, be now read a third time. I request Senator Beth Siengo to second.
Mr. Speaker, I second.
I propose the question that the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 48 of 2024 be now read a third time. I put the question that the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 48 of 2024 be now read a third time. Division at the end. Sergeant at Arms, ring the bell for 1 minute. Let us proceed to vote. Honorable Senators, Honorable Senators, Honorable Senators. Yes, Eddie.
Mr. Speaker, you did order that the bell be rung for 1 minute, but you did not guide the sergeants to draw the bar. So there are members who are stuck outside because the bar wasn't drawn, and it will be important to put vote for this bill. I plead with you to perhaps reconsider, maybe to have another 1 minute so that they can be able to get in. I think it was just a misnomer.
Honorable Senators, I have heard you. Sergeant at Arms, draw the bars and close the doors. Senators, Honorable Senators, we are voting for the Division of Revenue Bill, National Assembly Bills number 2 of 2026. Senator Senior Counsel Mogeni and Senator Party Leader Oburu Odinga, please sign in before we start voting. Senator Mogeni, you ready? Let's proceed. Let's vote, Senators. Senators, please vote. Those who have not voted, you have 3, 2, 1. Time up. Senator Boy Issa Boy. Senator Boy Issa Boy, approach the clerk. Senator Paul Thangwa. approach the clerk. Honorable Senators, the results are as follows. Ayes 29, nays 0, abstentions 0. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of Parliament to provide for the equitable division of revenue raised nationally between the national and the county governments in the 2026-2027 financial year and for connected purposes.
Honorable Senators, the next we are voting on is the Equalization Fund Appropriation Bill, National Assembly Bills number 21 of 2025. Prepare to vote. Start voting, Senators. Senators, please vote. There's one more senator who's not voted. Ten seconds, one more senator has not voted. Oh, thank you. Honourable Senators, the results are as follows. Ayes 29, nays 0, abstentions 0. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to authorize the issue of a sum of money out of the equalization fund and its application towards the service of the year ending 30th June 2026 to appropriate that sum for certain public basic services and for connected purposes.
Honourable Senators, the next we are voting on is the Kenya National Council for Population and Development Bill, National Assembly Bills number 72 of 2023. Prepare to vote. Honourable Senators, you can start voting. Honourable Senators, one more person to vote. Honourable Senators, the results are as follows. Ayes 29, nays 0, abstentions 0. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to provide for the establishment, roles and functions of the Kenya National Council of Population and Development, for the establishment of the board of the council and for connected purposes.
Congratulations, Senators. We are now moving to the last bill for this afternoon, the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 48 of 2024. Prepare to vote. You can start voting, Senators. One more senator, please. Whoever's not voted to vote. Honourable Senators, The results are as follows. A is 29, nay is 0, abstention is 0. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act and for connected purposes.
Sergeant at Arms, draw the bars and open the doors. Congratulations, Senators, for a yes.
Speaker, I know we have done very well so far, and I join in congratulating members. But remember what we said at 2:30. There were two matters. There is one that has a statutory timeline, which is a matter on the, what is it called, stoppage of funds to Meru County. I want to propose to the House Speaker that since this is a matter we had already debated and sent to our committee, that the chair, we allow the chair to be brief in his remarks, together with the seconder, then we conclude on how the committee has guided us. It is our committee that we send to them. If the members agree, we can be done with this in the next few minutes before 6:15, and we'll be out for the day. My kind request, members, please don't leave. 15 minutes only, we should be out. The chair can make it even less if he's more brief in his remarks.
Chair Finance, please table the paper.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the Senate today, Tuesday, the 12th of May 2026. Report of the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on the stoppage of transfer of funds to the County Government of Meru, pursuant to Article 225(3) of the Constitution of Kenya and Section 97(1) of the Public Finance Management Act. I beg to lay.
Proceed, Chair.
Honorable Speaker, I give notice of motion to the Senate that the Senate adopts the report of the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on the stoppage of transfer of funds to the County Government of Meru laid on the table of the Senate Tuesday, 12th of May 2026, and pursuant to Article 225 subsection 5B of the Constitution and Section 97 subsection 4 of Public Finance Management Act of the Senate of Management Act, and persuade the Senate to reject the decision of the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury Economic Planning to stop the transfer of funds to the County Government of Meru. I wish to request notice of motion, sir.
Where is that report?
Clerk, read the next order on this on supplementary 2.
Order number 8, motion, report of the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on the stoppage of transfer of funds to the County Government of Meru pursuant to Article 225, paragraph 5B of the Constitution and Section 97(1) of the Public Finance Management Act.
Senator Ali Roba, Chairperson, Standing Committee on Finance and Budgets. Senator Wambua, what's the point of order? Please consult in low tones.
Madam Speaker, maybe you require the Chair of Finance to sit as I make this intervention.
Chair of Finance, resume your seat so we can hear Senator Wambua. You please consult in low tones so that we can hear Senator Wambua. Senator Kenywa, Senator Karongo Dangwa. Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, and I do not want to anticipate debate, but the motion that has been, whose notice has been given by the Chair of Finance,
is a potentially very, very important motion touching on our county. And I'm just seated here asking myself, as we debate Meru County and the senator of Meru is not in the house, how do we proceed, Madam Speaker? I need guidance, even from the leadership, because I mean, really, this is a very, very heavy matter touching on a county. And the senator of Meru is not just any other senator. He is the deputy speaker of the House. Faki, you'll have your time to say what you want to say. That's what I have to say. So Madam Speaker, I need guidance on that issue.
Senator Wambua, the senator of Meru today was the one who opened the Senate session at 2:30. He was aware this motion is coming, and I'm advised he's following this motion online. If he wishes to join the motion, the Senate physically, he's free to do so, but the motion should proceed on because he can watch it online, and if he wants to make contribution, he should make his way to Senate. So let's proceed. Senator Ali Roba. The motion does have a deadline, actually. I think it has to be debated.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to move that the Senate adopts the report of the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on the stoppage of transfer of funds to the County Government of Meru, which is laid on the table of the Senate today, Tuesday, the 12th of May, 2026, pursuant to Article 225, subsection 5B of the Constitution and Section 97(4) of Public Finance Management Act, and the Senate rejects the decision by the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury Economic Planning to stop the transfer of funds to Meru County. Madam Speaker, in the interest of managing time, I would like to take the Senate through the entire report in a highly summarized manner. Madam Speaker, the National Treasury went ahead to stop funds to Meru County, and in line with the requirements of the law, wrote to the Senate and the National Assembly to seek approval of that, because that is the guidance required. Madam Speaker, in doing so, the National Treasury engaged with the control of budget. Now the committee has engaged with the control of budget and the National Treasury itself. And we found in going through the issues that brought that decision to be made, not having met the threshold of law that required the issues, in line with the demonstration that serious material breach or persistent material breach was done by the County Government of Meru. Honorable Senators, the County Government of Meru has paid in 4 tranches 200 million out of 339 million owed to a non-local investor, an international investor, which was in line with the ruling of the court. Now, the County Government of Meru went ahead to seek government intervention as they were unable to pay, while they also appealed the ruling. In the process, it took quite a bit of time. That led to the County Government of Meru, despite putting in the debt management strategy of the county that the fact that they owe that money, the county government ended up delaying a little bit, waiting for the verdict of the national government for the request of conditional allocation for them to settle that bill. A nod was given by the government through the Ministry of Trade. However, before the national government could make implementation of the same by way of provision of the funds, by way of conditional grant, the National Treasury went ahead and stopped the funds to Meru County. The wisdom of the Committee of Finance in engagement with all the stakeholders, including Meru County government, demonstrated beyond any reasonable doubt that that was not justified. As such, in our engagement, because the national government has undertaken to pay the balance of the monies owed, the committee recommends that the money as, awarded by the court be given to Meru County the balance of 139 million and any accrued interest that was in line with the ruling of the court. Since the national government has given its indication to undertake that the committee recommends that the stoppage be annulled so Mary County can get their funds flow properly. And number two, that the national government allocates in the county additional allocation bill that is before the Senate, the 139 million plus any accrued interest in line with the ruling, in order to facilitate for the fund to be released by National Treasury to Meru County. And since Meru County has already paid 200 million, and they're custodians of the source documents, that is all the documents that were used to pay, including the court proceedings and the rulings thereof, that the money be given to them so that the process of the documentation as well as the payment and the custody of the documents thereof be done through that, which is a legal instrument through which the government can do. That ends the recommendation of the committee, and I will I beg to move and request Senator Faki to second. Thank you.
Please give him the mic.
Asante Bispika kwa kunipa fursa hii kuunga mkono hoja ya Senator Roba, mwenyekiti wa kamati ya fedha na bajeti ya bunge hili, kuhusiana na arifa ya waziri wa fedha kusimamisha mgao wa pesa kwenda Meru. Mheshimiwa Spika, jambo la kwanza ni kwamba uamuzi wa waziri wa fedha ulifanyika kwa haraka sana, ambapo hakuwapa fursa serikali ya kaunti ya Meru kuweza kujieleza kabla ya kufanya uamuzi huo. Mheshimiwa Spika, jambo la pili ni kuwa yako madeni mengi ambayo kaunti zetu zinadaiwa. Ukiangalia malumbukizi ya madeni yanafika zaidi ya bilioni 180, lakini hata safari moja, Mheshimiwa Spika, waziri hajatishia kusimamisha fedha kwenda katika bunge, kwenda katika kaunti yoyote kwa sababu ya madeni. Na madeni mengine, Mheshimiwa Spika, ni ya Wakenya ambao wamefanya biashara na kaunti zetu. Wengi mali zao zimeuzwa, wengi wameenda mahospitali kwa sababu ya pressure ambayo wamepata na maradhi wamepata kwa sababu ya kuzuiliwa kwa kulipwa kwa pesa zao. Kwa Mheshimiwa Spika, uamuzi huu wa waziri wa fedha kwa hakika haufai kabisa, kwa sababu kwanza ni kinyume na sheria, na pili amefanya ubaguzi kumpa nafasi huyu mwekezaji ambaye ni Mfaransa kuliko Wakenya ambao wana matatizo kama haya kuendelea. Kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa Spika, mimi naunga mkono, na ningependa sisi kama Senate tutoe kauli kwamba hii kuzuia fedha kwenda katika kaunti, kama inataka kufanyika, ifanyike kwa kaunti zote, ili tuondoe yale malumbukizi ya madeni ambayo yanaendelea kuongezeka kila mwaka katika kaunti zetu. Asante Bispika kwa kunipa fursa hii. Naunga mkono.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the Senate adopts the report of the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on the stoppage of transfer of funds to the county government of Meru, laid on the table of the Senate on Tuesday, 12th May 2026, and pursuant to Article 225(5)(b) of the Constitution and Section 97(4) of the Public Finance Management Act, and the Senate rejects the decision by the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury and Economic Planning to stop the transfer of funds to the county government of Meru. This motion is now open for debate. Senators, I want to make a determination that this is a matter affecting counties, and so I'll request the Sergeant at Arms to ring the bell for 1 minute. Sergeant at Arms, please proceed and ring the bell for 1 minute. Sergeant at Arms, you may close the door and draw the bars. Honorable Senators, can you proceed and take your seats, Honorable Senators? Senator Chute, don't be disruptive. Senator Abdul, please take your seat. Senator Chiraligay and Senator Ledama, please take your seats. We proceed. Honorable Honorable Senators, I put the question that the Senate adopts the report of the Standing Committee on the Finance and Budget on the stoppage of transfer of funds to the county government of Meru laid on the table of the Senate on Tuesday, 12th May 2026, and pursuant to Article 225(5)(b) of the Constitution and Section 97(4) of the Public Finance Management Act, the Senate rejects the decision by the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury and Economic Planning to stop the transfer of funds to the county government of Meru. We are proceeding to division. Senators, you can start voting now. Senator Wakoli, can you please approach the clerk's desk? Senator Kenywa, Laikipia County. Senator Kenywa, can you approach the clerk's desk? Honorable Senator, these are the results of the division on the report of the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on the stoppage of transfer of funds to the county government of Meru. Ayes 28, nay 0, abstention 0. The ayes have it. Sergeant at Arms, you may draw the bars and open the door. Next order.
Order number 9, the Forest Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 38 of 2025, second reading.
Majority Leader, please focus. Senator Karongo, stop disrupting Majority Leader. You had requested to move this bill. Can you proceed?
Senator Faki.
That's order number 9, Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, apologies. Madam Speaker, before members leave the House, allow me to appreciate them for a good afternoon of work well done. We have concluded on 4 bills that have been pending for a while. Mr. Speaker, I must register my appreciation to members. Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the Forest Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2025, be now read a second time. Madam Speaker, the Forest Conservation and Management Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 38 of 2025, was published in the Kenya Gazette Supplement number 135 of 2025, dated the 8th of August 2025. This bill was passed by the National Assembly on the 29th of April 2026 and thereafter referenced to the Senate for its consideration. What is the principal object of this bill, Madam Speaker? Many may ask. This bill seeks to amend the Forest Conservation and Management Bill. It aims to establish a modern legal framework for forestry that aligns with the Constitution, international environmental obligations, and the current global conservation practices that promote the integrated management of dryland forest establish framework for payments of ecosystem services schemes. The Principal Act, which is Cap 385, does not provide for a centralized regulatory body for the forestry sector, forest certification, grading of timber, compliance enforcement, and lacks an independent institutional anchor that the forestry sector so badly needs, and therefore operates without a dedicated regulatory framework. The bill addresses this gap by proposing the establishment of the Directorate of Forestry Regulations, headed by a Secretary of Forest Regulation, and vesting in it functions relating to the management of forest certification, grading of timber, monitoring of compliance, and enforcement of standards across the forestry sector. Further, under Section 4 of this Act, there is no express provision to address water harvesting and management technologies as dimensions of forest conservation, particularly in the context of dryland areas. The bill therefore seeks to enhance existing guiding principles by inserting new paragraph into Section 4 to include the promotion of efficient water harvesting and management technologies for tree growing in dryland areas. Furthermore, this bill introduces new definitions which include agro-silvo-pastoralism, ecosystem services, and forest carbon, and the payment for ecosystem services in order to modernize the definitional framework of the Principal Act. We are basically, Madam Speaker, trying to bring a new regulatory framework to a very important segment of our society that is still managed by very old laws, Madam Speaker, that don't provide how you regulate new modern practices that have emerged in the management of forest ecosystems, water harvesting, and so on and so forth, Madam Speaker. The Principal Act does not specify the headquarters for KFS and does not expressly authorize the service to collect revenue in accordance with Finance Management Act, and does not provide a formalized uniform or discipline card of office. No, sorry, the Principal Act. This is now what the bill will be providing. Additionally, existing qualification threshold for appointment of a chief conservator of forest does not require a postgraduate degree. This bill now will restructure the KFS by anchoring its headquarters in Nairobi. I'm not very particularly impressed by that, Madam Speaker. I wish it was somewhere in the Mau Forest or Meru Forest, somewhere close to where they do their work. This obsession with putting every county headquarter in Nairobi, Madam Speaker, is what is clogging this city. We just returned last week from Dodoma, and the Tanzanians managed to move, actually, their headquarters. And slowly by slowly, almost all government agencies are moved to that particular, and it has helped ease congestion around Dodoma, around Dar es Salaam, Madam Speaker, and so many other things. There are many countries that have done that. Madam Speaker, the Kenya Forest Research Institute is also featured in part 2 of this bill, Madam Speaker, and so on and so forth. There are specific clauses in the bill, which perhaps I know the Senate Committee on Lands and Environment has been interacting with this bill for a while, led by the chairperson, Senator Faki, who I'll be inviting shortly, Madam Speaker, to give a few remarks in his, what is it called, seconding. It's been a long day, Madam Speaker. Forgive my little lapse. And he can go to the very specifics. So broadly speaking, Madam Speaker, is that we are seeking to manage better the forestry space, giving them a new mandate and a new legal framework away from the old archaic law that guides it. We are aligning the operations to the demands of the new constitution, international structures on management of forest, and things such as those, including, Madam Speaker, the command structure of the Kenya Forest Service Guards, Madam Speaker, their training, Madam Speaker, the qualifications for appointment to serve as a chief conservator of the forest, Madam Speaker, is something also fairly contentious. In the current act, for example, there is no provision of education, postgraduate. So anybody can be appointed, yet you understand that there is a science behind management of forest and providing, even just to provide institutional leadership. And therefore, Madam Speaker, with those many remarks, I beg to move and request the chairperson of the Lands Committee, Senator Mohamed Faki, to second.
Thank you, Senator Aaron. Senator Mohamed Faki, you may proceed.
Kwa kunipa fursa hii kuunga mkono mswada wa marekebisho wa sheria ya misitu katika nchi yetu. Mheshimiwa Spika, sheria ya misitu ni sheria ambayo kwa sasa inapasa kuwa rekebishwa kwa sababu kwanza iambatane na katiba ya mwaka 2010 na pili kuweza kuleta katika sheria masuala mengi ambayo yameweza kuja katika masuala ya misitu hivi sasa, hususan kwa sababu misitu ndiyo tegemeo kubwa la kuweza kupambana na mabadiliko ya hali ya hewa, tabia nchi. Mheshimiwa Spika, mswada huu kwa hiyo ni muhimu sana kwa sababu mbali na kuwa utaleta kanuni za usimamizi wa misitu pamoja na kuangalia masuala ya miche na mimea ambayo itapandwa katika misitu yetu, vile vile italeta mambo mengi mazuri ambayo yataweza kusaidia usimamizi wa misitu katika nchi yetu. Kwa mfano, Mheshimiwa Spika, mkurugenzi wa shirika la usimamizi wa misitu, yani Kenya Forest Service, atakuwa ni mtu mwenye tajiriba fulani ambayo kwanza awe na shahada ya uzamili katika masuala ya misitu ili aweze kutoa mwongozo ni vipi misitu yetu itaweza kusimamiwa na iweze kukuzwa. Kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa Spika, sheria hii ina mambo mengi mazuri ambayo tukiweza kuipitisha itaweza kusaidia katika misitu yetu ambayo kwa sasa inasimamiwa na sheria ambazo nyingi ni zile ambazo tulizipitisha wakati wa ukoloni. Mheshimiwa Spika, masuala ya kukusanya maji, masuala ya ile inaitwa ecosystem payment, zote hizi ni mambo mapya ambayo yataweza kusaidia pakubwa kujenga misitu ya kisasa ambayo itakuwa ni mali katika nchi yetu. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa mfano Mheshimiwa Spika, usimamizi wa masuala ya carbon credits, sijui kwa Kiswahili inaitwa nini carbon credits, labda Mheshimiwa Mwaruma aweza kunisaidia. Masuala ya carbon credits, masuala mapya ambayo yataweza kusimamiwa katika sheria hii na vile vile kuweza kusaidia Wakenya kuweza kuchukua fursa ya kukuza misitu na kuweza kuhakikisha kwamba wanapata malipo haya ambayo yametarajiwa kuwekwa katika hizi carbon credits. Mheshimiwa Spika, swala la makao makuu kaboni mkopo wa kaboni, ndio Mheshimiwa Spika. Mheshimiwa Spika, swala la makao makuu kwa Nairobi, hili ni swala ambalo ni lazima pia tuliangalie kwa sababu Mheshimiwa Spika, tukiangalia mashirika mengi makao makuu yake yako hapa Nairobi. Kwa mfano, mwaka juzi tulipokuwa tunazungumzia mswada wa fisheries, makao makuu Mheshimiwa Spika ya fisheries yalitarajiwa kuwekwa katika maeneo ya hapa South Sea. Lakini tukiangalia uvuvi mwingi unafanyika masuala ya pwani, kwa sababu pwani ndio tuna mkondo wa bahari unaoanza kule kutoka sehemu za Vanga katika kaunti ya Kwale mpaka Kiunga katika kaunti ya Lamu, ambao ni mkondo ambao ni mkubwa sana. Masuala ya uvuvi yanafanyika huko. Masuala ya uvuvi pia Mheshimiwa Spika yanafanyika katika ziwa Victoria na ziwa Turkana. Kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa Spika, kufanya makao makuu ya masuala ya uvuvi kuwa Nairobi ni swala ambalo linatamausha. Ndio vile vile kiongozi wa wengi aliposema kwamba makao makuu ya misitu kufanywa Nairobi wakati misitu mikubwa iko sehemu zingine. Mheshimiwa Spika, hiyo ni swala ambalo halikubaliki. Tukiangalia Mheshimiwa Spika, lazima maendeleo yaweze kusambazwa katika nchi nzima ya Kenya ili kila sehemu iweze kuendelea. Isitokee tu kwamba kwa sababu labda tutaka kura ndio tuanza kwenda kwa mfano Garissa kujenga barabara kubwa ama masuala mengine kama hayo. Kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa Spika, ili swala la makao makuu lazima tuliangalie upya ili tuone kwamba tunaleta usawa katika usimamizi wa masuala kama haya.
Honorable Senators, it's now 6:30 p.m. Time to adjourn the Senate. Senator Faki, you'll have a balance of 16 minutes when this motion resumes again for debate. The Senate now therefore stands adjourned until tomorrow, Wednesday, 13th May 2026 at 9:30 a.m. Thank you.